Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. You guys got the bonus reading for this last week. You had the most views of all these signs. So I'm going to be doing a bonus reading for you guys. I do like to remind everyone that this is a general reading and it may not resonate with everyone. Also stick around for the ending because I was gifted a Halloween oracle and I will be doing an oracle read for you guys. I am giving away a free personal reading at the end of this month, and if you are interested in that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit the like button and also drop a comment. I believe it was a Cancer who won the last one for September, so you know, the more times you enter, the more likely you are to win. So, all right, let's get started, guys. I always love to read for you guys, especially lately because you guys have had some, you know, better energy. It's been turning in a more positive direction, and I know that you've had a rough road. So, Spirit, can I have the energy of Cancer? Cancer. Okay. So the energy is coming out very quickly. All right, we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. We have the Eight of Swords. And the Seven of Swords. Okay, so somebody's pissed you off. Either that or you're really worried that somebody you're dealing with is being deceptive. Because I can see that you're really up in your head. You're overthinking something here, Cancer. And it's kind of got you either angry or in a, you know, lower vibrational mood. There's a sense of doubt. Like you feel like you're not getting the truth about something. Seven of Swords indicates deception. So I feel like you believe that somebody's not being honest with you. Somebody's being deceptive. Now this could be a reaction from past, you know, behavior, past energy that you've dealt with. So let's look at who you are dealing with over here. Spirit, who is in Cancer's energy, please? Okay, I will say their energy is not coming out nearly as quickly as yours. All right, we have the Moon. That is your card in the Major Arcana. Have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so the person you're dealing with here, I feel like they're worried too. Now, for them, I feel like they're holding back emotionally. This person kind of wants to come forward. They kind of want to offer, you know, emotions or, you know, love. It could even just be friendship. They're holding back because you're kind of giving off this signal that you're closed and they don't know what to do. They feel like they lack clarity, and it's because of the way you're presenting, Cancer. And maybe you mean for that to be the way that you want to present, but it's, I'm not going to say this person is scared of you. I'm not getting that. It's just that they're going to hold back because they don't know what the problem is. They lack clarity and they don't understand. And they're like, what the hell's going on with Cancer? I mean, look at this guy's face. Look at his face. Can you see? He's like, what the hell? Right? So, and he, you know, and I say he because it's a male in this card, but the person you're dealing with, I feel like they're trying to get clarity. They just really don't understand. So they're kind of feeling a little put out, a little hurt maybe. Let's see. I just feel like maybe you have been hurt in the past, Cancer, and you may be kind of projecting that you're not having anybody in your energy. Now, for some of you guys, this Seven of Swords could be you doing something that's a little bit deceptive as well. And if that's the case, you know, keep in mind that that kind of stuff does come back. So let's see the energy between the two of you. And if you are one of the Cancer signs that's doing something that's a bit deceptive, understand that you've hurt this person a little bit. It was interesting. All right, so we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Now, I want you to notice that that card spun around before it stopped. And the Five of Cups in reverse. So there's emotions here, but everybody's kind of reserving emotions. The person you're dealing with, it's like they want to give emotions, but they're doubting themselves. They're like their intuition is telling them one thing, but they're not trusting their intuition. They're very doubtful about what they're picking up from you. Because you're really coming across as, you know, stay out of my space. I don't want to talk to you. I'll cut you if you get too close. You're kind of and I can see that you're kind of like eyeing this person as being someone you might be interested in, but you're being very deeply affected by your past. So they're holding back, definitely holding back, not trusting themselves, because on the one hand, they feel like maybe you're interested, and you are. And on the other hand, they're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're interested or not. And the two of you are kind of viewing this relationship differently as well. You're not seeing it the same way. Usually I'll have one card here, not two. So this tells me that you're not sharing the same energy. Let's see what's directly affecting this connection. The Strength card in reverse. Fears. Both of you are fearful. Yep. And these are internal fears. So you're up in your head. You're thinking about all the things that could go wrong. They're holding back emotionally because they have a lack of clarity. They don't understand, and they're doubting. So you're afraid to move forward, afraid to offer emotion. Let's see the outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of the week. Thank you. Ten of Swords. Yeah. So that's an ending. That's a painful ending. So I feel like Cancer, you're not going to be able to trust. I feel like you're sneaking away from this connection. And this doesn't feel like it's an old connection. This feels like somebody new. And I feel like you're the one that's kind of sneaking away from this connection. And the person that you're talking with, or that's in your energy, I feel like they're kind of hurt. They would kind of like to resolve anything that's between the two of you. They'd like to work through this and, you know, have a connection with you. But I feel like you're not having it, because look, I mean, they're even looking over their shoulder at this ending here. They're like, yeah, sorry about that. Gotta go. So, all right, bottom of the deck is Justice. Yeah, you could be dealing with a Libra, but Justice is all about balance. I feel like you're trying to find balance in your life. Be careful though, because like I said, if you guys are doing something deceitful here, that Justice is coming for you. It's a card of karma, so be careful with that. All right, let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Queen of Swords in reverse? Now, for some of you, this could be the past person. You know, you'll have to take it as it resonates for you. If it is the past person, I do think it puts you up in your head and you're kind of looking at it and you're saying, I'm not having it because you've been very deceitful. You may be very angry with this person and, you know, you just aren't going to entertain them. All right, so why are you upset with this person? Well, because things didn't move forward, or you're not allowing them to move forward, depending upon the situation. And there's just going to be a lack of success because of the lack of forward movement. Now, if this is a new person, I feel that that is something you're doing. And if this is the person from the past, this is something that they did. And that's why. Also, from the past, you're going to be gun shy. What is it they say? Once bitten, twice shy. All right, so we have the Strength card. Now, what's affecting the connection is the Strength card in reverse. And we have Temperance in reverse. So you're up in your head. You're trying to be very strong. You're trying to work on your own issues here. You're trying to resolve all these fears, and this person has just come in and triggered all those fears. So you're healing, you're trying to work on you, and you're trying to gain this balance, which right now you don't really fully have that balance. So this person entering the scene has kind of triggered your fears, and it's triggered, you know, all of the things that in the past has been a problem for you. So it's really put you in an overthinking kind of mode, unsure of yourself, unsure of what to do. But it's also going to trigger you to heal and to overcome that imbalance. So, I mean, even if you decide that you're not going to be in this connection, I feel like it's going to be a step in your journey of healing. All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so there may even be discussion of having a beginning with this person, but ultimately I don't think you will. I think that you're going to sneak away from this. And Cancer, really and truly, you are understanding that there could be a stable beginning here. You might even be discussing with this person that you thought that you had a stable beginning with someone in your past. I do see a lot of communication, and that instead of it being stable, it was full of deception. It was the underpinnings was deception. I'm seeing you really being triggered by this person. Let's clarify theirs. Why is the Moon here? They are definitely focused on you. Their attention is on you. You may be dealing with a fellow water sign, which would be a fellow Cancer sign or Scorpio or Pisces. All right, we have the Ten of Cups reversed. We have the Nine of Swords. And again, that Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they're not happy about this lack of clarity. It worries them. And because they're so worried and upset, and they see you being upset as well. See, they know that you're not in the best mood here. They know that you're not in the highest vibration. This person may know about the ending that you've had. And I don't doubt it, because I feel like you've discussed this with them. So you may have told this person that you had a rather difficult ending with someone else. They definitely know that you're holding back. They definitely know that you're not at your highest vibration or in the best place emotionally. They know that. And there's also, they feel that there's things that they don't know, things they don't have clarification on. And so I feel like this person's going to continue to hold back. Why is the Knight of Cups here in reverse? Knight of Cups in the upright, and the Hierophant reversed. Yeah, they feel that if they brought forward any emotions, if they offered those emotions, that it wouldn't last, that this would not last. So they're just going to hold back. They feel almost like it would just be a short-term thing because of the emotional state. I feel like there's a fear of them bringing it forward because they feel like it's just not going to last. Why is the Nine of Wands here? You might be dealing with a Virgo or a Taurus. All right, we have the Hermit and we have the Six of Swords reversed. So while they would like to work things out and, you know, try to resolve things with you, and I do feel like they're good, you feel good about talking to them, and I do see you talking to them about problems. This is somebody I think that you feel comfortable talking to about the problems that you've had. This could even be a friend that possibly wants more with you than friendship. But I will say that this person, they're gonna pull back. They're gonna pull back because they know that this is not moving forward. So while they may want to offer you feelings and emotions, they realize it's not moving forward and they're going to pull back. They're trying to figure out how to behave in this connection. Let's look at the energy of the connection. Because I can see that you are considering them in a romantic light. And if it's not like considering them, you're at least, this person makes you feel better. All right, Three of Swords, Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Empress. Yeah, it's going to be painful here. There's something painful. It's painful for you, Cancer, because it's triggering you. It's bringing up these fears. It's painful for them because they want to be with you and they know that you are not ready for a relationship. So both of you are experiencing some form of pain in this connection because essentially there is a third party here, and that third party is not seen. And that third party is the person from your past. Now, for some of you, I do see that this, and this is not all of you or even many of you, but for some of you, this is the person from the past, and I can tell you, because I'm seeing two timelines, for those that this is the person from the past, let me just cover that really quickly. This person, they're not happy. They're not happy, and they're definitely, this person loses sleep. They know you're not happy. They know you're pissed off about the way things have gone. They're very unhappy, and they are not telling you that. They're keeping secrets. They're holding back emotionally. Even though they want to come forward, they're not. And it's because they know that in order to offer something to you, they have to end something else. And I don't think they have. I don't. They would like to resolve things with you, but they feel stuck in something else. Something that they have not ended, that they won't end, but they are trying to figure out how to resolve the problems with you and how to get unstuck. And I will say that this person does put you on a pedestal. They're just not coming forward. They're holding back. They want to, but they're holding back. And so there's plenty of pain to go around, because there's, again, it's a third party, but it's you here by yourself in this situation, and they're over here with that third party, or however you want to make the equation. Essentially, though, in either scenario, whether this is that past person or the new person, what's keeping you stuck, and you are feeling somewhat stuck here, and it's preventing you from actually opening your heart fully and really giving of yourself, is that feeling of that third party. It's like someone is always present, even when they're not physically present. And it's because they're energetically present. And I feel like that just pisses you off, Cancer. It really pisses you off. But it's almost, at this point, beyond you. You're working on it. And I do get that. It's difficult. And, you know, if we could just press a button and heal, we would. And I do get that. This person, in either case, they definitely put you on a pedestal. But they're... So if this is a new person, this person thinks very highly of you. They think that you are the most handsome or most beautiful person that they have ever seen. But they feel like there's an unseen party here that's still present in your life, and it's going to cause them to hold back. All right, let's see why the Strength card is here in reverse. See, that's fears. And I do feel that both of you have fears, you know. Queen of Swords in the upright. Could be dealing with a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Page of Swords reversed. Four of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah, neither of you talk about these fears, though. I mean, I think that the two of you have talked. These are... A lot of these things, I think you've talked to this person about what happened, but you haven't talked to this person about your deepest fears, and nor have they talked to you. So you're talking about things that have happened, but you're not talking about feelings. You're not talking about those fears. I feel like you are, you're trying to get this person to open up more to you. Because I feel like, and they're not. I feel like if this person opened up more to you, you would feel more comfortable opening up to them. And the reason they're not opening up to you, Cancer, is because if it's the new person, it's because they feel like if they open up to you and they embrace this connection, it's just going to end. And it's going to end in pain. It's going to hurt them. So that's why they're not opening up. And I feel like they kind of are closing down a little bit. Because I don't see them even... like being really open to listening with you. Like, I feel like you want to talk and this person's kind of closing down, which is probably, if you're the cross watcher, that's probably not the best idea. There's a lot of things that neither of you know about each other. And I feel like Cancer is trying to bridge that gap, but cross watcher, you're not bridging the gap. You're allowing your fear to close that door. Let's see this outcome. If this is the person from the past, yeah, they're not talking. There's no discussion. But I feel like you do want to talk to that person. Cancer, you're open to hearing what they have to say. But I feel like they're not talking. All right, so we have the the 8 of Swords in reverse. Didn't we have that? Yep, that's in your energy in the upright. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Wands, King of Cups. Okay. So I do see this ending. And this ending is coming about because of problems. And I do feel like you're going to talk with this person. There's going to be communication about this. And basically, Cancer, if this is the new person, you're going to kind of sneak away from this connection. You are going to talk to them. You're going to let them know that there was a connection that you had with someone else. And you thought it was stable. You thought it was a new beginning. But it turned out to be based in deception. I feel like you're going to be more talking about facts and things that happened and less about deep feelings. And the reason for that is because they're not opening up. See, they've sensed that there was somebody else present. And even though they've put you on this pedestal and they want to be with you, they have sensed another presence. Energetically, they've sensed it. And they've doubted themselves about that, but this confirms it. So you're going to discuss these problems with them. And I feel like they feel that the situation is not stable. They feel that the situation isn't stable, and I feel like you're going to release them. You're not seeing them as the one. And part of the reason you're not seeing them as the one is because as you begin to relate this to them, they begin to shut themselves down, close themselves off. They're not opening up. They're not being responsive to what you're saying in a supportive way. So I feel like you're going to see it as yet another problem, and you just don't want to deal with yet another problem. So you're going to free yourself from this. On their side, this person, I feel like they feel that they would be a good mate for you, that they would be perfect for you. Again, they definitely are putting you on a pedestal. But I do see them closing off because they feel like it's not going to go anywhere. And they see themselves as trying to resolve the problems. But what they're not understanding is that them trying to figure out what to do is they close themselves off. So I do feel that they're sensing that you're emotionally unavailable. They feel that they are available, and they feel that the two of you are in two different places in your life at this time. So they feel that the two of you aren't on the same page. And that's why they're pulling back. They're pulling away. So they will free themselves as well. And I do feel like both of you will feel a sense of loss here. A little bit of a loss. But I do also think that the two of you, you may have taught each other something in this process. And I feel like there's a balance that's occurring here that neither of you may be completely aware of on the 3D. But on a soul level, this was meant to happen. Now, for those of you that this is that past person, I feel like there's going to be a discussion. I feel like you're going to let this person know what exactly it is that you want. You want stability. You want, if there's to be a new beginning, it has to be stable, and they have to free themselves from another commitment. And that anything else is just burdensome and deceitful, and you're not having it. So this person is going to come to you. They're going to tell you, I love you. I can't, you know, I can't forget you. And a lot of there might not even be a discussion. This may just be stuff that's going on in your heads, each of you. Because I'm not seeing a discussion. I see you trying to have a discussion. I don't see them saying anything. So you might even just write them a letter, or you might send a message, because I'm not seeing communication on their side, only on your side. You want the communication, but I don't see them communicating if it's a past person. And in fact, I see them kind of shutting down because they know what it is they want to do. They know that they have feelings for you, but they're not bringing them forward. Yeah, they feel stuck. They feel stuck in another connection that they're not ending. So honestly, this person has put themselves in that situation, and you're very clear about what it is that you want. So that's what you've done. You've clarified what you want. And you don't want somebody who is allowing themselves to be stuck in this situation and just watching you through social media or whatever. This person's just watching. They're not communicating. They're not doing anything. They're just keeping an eye on you. Well, you know what, mofo? Keep an eye, because you're going to watch Cancer go on and live their life because they've had enough. And if it didn't work out with this new person, well, there will be another new person. In the meantime, Cancer, I feel like you've gotten really clear about what you're wanting. All right, bottom of the deck is the King of Wands in the reverse, which tells me that there's a lack of action here. And it's not on your behalf. It might be with regard to the new person, because I feel like, you know, that's not moving forward. You don't feel passionate about this new person. You don't have that passion, you know, with the new person. And because I feel like if you did, you might pursue that harder. But still, it's progress. So I see you freeing yourself. I see you working on yourself. So I think it's good. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card from the Halloween oracles. We'll see what comes out. You guys are the first I am using these on. They were a gift. Let me see. 3 came, so let's take the middle one. See what that is. It says Mummy, and it's about change. All right, so let me grab the book. And you guys have definitely gone through a lot of change, so, and you're currently going through change. All right. It says, the sand in his mouth, the bandages wound, jealous of the living, eternal life bound. The ancient Egyptians took death very seriously. Death was seen, not seen. Death was seen, not seen, as many of us see it, a finality to be dreaded, but as just the beginning of a new life, and often eternal life in a better place, the afterlife. The practice of honoring and preserving the body through a complex process of mummification was central to ancient Egyptian culture. This was not just a physical embalming process, but a carefully enacted ritual process that ensured preservation in the next world. Many other cultures also mummified their dead, including the Incas, the Argentinians, the Maori, and many of the cultures of the Torres Strait Islands. In our modern horror genres, the mummy has become an icon. From early horror writing at the turn of the century to the very popular films The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, the plot normally revolves around the mummy returning to life and cursing and hunting down the living. The discovery of King Tut's tombs and other long-hidden Egyptian treasures in the 20s in particular sparked an explosion in mummy-related films and literature. Should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers. This is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed. You are not cursed. You have just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. Interesting. So that does speak a little bit to this stuck energy. So you may have developed a pattern here, and I do see you wanting to change that. So change is happening, and it will be for the better, but you may have some patterns you have to change, Cancer. All right. I hope this has been helpful. And thank you so much for all the support that you have given me. If you guys want to drop a comment, hit the like button, and if you've already subscribed, it'll give you another chance to enter for the free drawing as well. Until I see you in your regular weeklies, namaste.